Welcome to the worm party. It's worm party time. Oh yeah, I made some changes around here. You've probably seen. I made a bigger box with more buttons. Yeah, these are the green ones down here. These are actually yellow. I don't know why they're coming up as white buttons up here, but yeah, I had to print a bigger box to fit everything because the buttons, the wires, and everything take up more space, and I'm using far too many wires in here, but that's okay. It's going. This is another beta version, and it's going to go into a redesign mode anyway. I got a ticker. Hope you like the ticker. If you don't like the ticker, let me know. I'm just trying new stuff out. It's got the time on there and everything. That's Pacific time because that's where I am. And got my coffee. Also, I used to be down in the corner, and now I'm in the middle because I'm big. I'm bigger now. I'm bigger. I'm a big with a big kitty cat in the middle of space, shooting lasers at things and blowing things up, and discovering new things to look at under the microscope. That didn't make any sense. That's okay. No, I made myself big because somebody was saying that it looked weird when I was reaching off to the side to grab things, coffee, whatnot, and there was like a line in the middle, a disappearing place where things just disappear into another vortex because, it's just the way everything's set up. Anyway, we went to a pond today, a man-made pond, but with lots and lots of ducks and things, and here's a video. Ducks and pond and worm party. That's what it's about. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna find any worms in here. I uh, I had the light field set up for a minute, but I put the dark field back on, and we got our sample here. It looks greenish. It's got a tinge of green, just like the last pond water sample. And I still have last week's sample sitting here, and we're going to talk about that in a minute because there are things in there. You can see things in there moving around. So I'm going to try to do something with that later in this stream because it's a more difficult task than what we're doing right here. Right here, all we're doing is we're just going to take some water out of here. I've cut a dropper so that I can get bigger drops and catch bigger things since I was seeing things in that other sample swimming around. So that's about 4 drops on a depression slide. I'm going to cap this up. And move the slide up to the stage. So this is the first time we're looking at this sample. We have not looked at it before the stream. And of course, since it's the dark field, the light intensity, I have to turn it up. I guess what I should do is I should turn it down before I look into the light. The advantage to light field, or one of them anyway, bright field they call it. I always call it light field by accident because I light dark, but it's called bright field. I don't need these. I don't need those to be on right now unless I'm going to play some keyboard. I don't even need these to be on unless I'm going to jam out. See that? Earbuds, headphones. It's a complicated setup. Anyway, so we're ready to take a look at this sample. So let's see what it looks like. Too dark. So I need to bring up the intensity. Ah, there we go. Oh yeah. Got to bring it up all the way. Let me just hide the title here. And I'm just looking around in here to see what we see. This water was very thick. There was a lot of um places where there was a lot of trash and junk in this water. So it's a public park, man-made pond, and it had some trash in it, but also had some ducks and some turtles. And this was in Rancho Cucamonga. I don't see anything swimming in here. Honestly, do you? I mean, there's stuff in here jiggling around in the water. The viscosity seems sort of thick. I was only able to put about 4 drops on here. And that's outside. I'm outside of the drop there. Okay. And just looking for anything that's in here that might be interesting to look at. And I'm really surprised to not really see much. It's really interesting what what you find and what you don't find. Last week we went to a park in Rancho Cucamonga, same city that this one was found in, different part of the city though. And we went to a park that has been there for many, many years. And you take some water out of that pond, and it was filled with rotifers and swimming algae. There's something. What's that? Ooh. Ooh, what is that? I'm going to go into the. Oh, he's swimming away. I'm going to try to go into the second objective so we can look at him a little closer. Ooh, that's an interesting little guy. I don't think I've ever found anything like that. I'm going to look over at my handy dandy little pond life identification chart here and see if I can identify this guy. Oh, there he swims away there. Let me try to catch him. Oh, he's swimming. He's swimming. Oh, look at that. He's very interesting looking. That's not a rotifer. I don't know what it is. See, if anybody knows what this is, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe maybe it is a rotifer. I find so many of them. I wouldn't be shocked if it was another kind of rotifer. It's not a water bear. Oh, okay. He moves a little fast. I got to go back out. Got to focus and see if we can find him again. There he is. Is that him right there? Up on the surface? No? Okay, never mind. Wrong. See if we can find him again. Is that him? There he is. There he is. He's trying to get away. He's right on the edge. He's right on the edge of the drop. He wants out. Focus. Well, if he would stay one place, then I can focus on him. The other thing I considered was that when you find one of these guys and he's in a certain part of the drop, I could come in sneakily from the side and drop a cover slip on him, even though it's a depression slide. It would move less water, be less chance of there being a spill, but I don't really want to risk a spill necessarily. He looks similar to many little things on this chart, and I keep glancing over, but then every time I glance over, he swims out of frame. So I got to move the stage every time he moves. Every time you see the whole frame move, that's me moving the stage around so that I can get him in view because he keeps swimming out. So that's a knob that I got to move to go up and down, knob I got to move to go side to side. And there's a third knob for focusing. What are you doing, dude? He could be the Daphnia or the Bosmina. He's got like a kind of a large face area, mouth area. Excuse me. And a little forked tail. Swims around pretty good. Not too fast, but fast enough to where I can't really get in too much closer without going crazy trying to find him all the time. Hey, if you're new to this channel, be sure to subscribe, like, share, tell all your friends about it on social media. Worm Party. We do 1 to 2 streams a week. We're looking for tardigrades. I'm on YouTube as Worm Party, and then we're on Periscope as Worm Party, and we're on Twitch as Worm Party 1. And we just we're going around looking. I'm really looking for tardigrades, but this is cool too. We always find something new. Trying to track him here and focus at the same time. He's moving in 3 dimensions here, so bear with me. Yeah, he's very difficult to track on that second objective there. 400 times. This is 100 times. I did a whole brain fart thing yesterday where I was like, You know, these droppers, the mouths on these droppers are too narrow. I'm not catching the larger critters. I need to buy new droppers. And that's why you have someone around who can go, why don't you just cut off the end of one of those droppers? They're plastic. Thanks, wifey. Sometimes you need a second brain. So now I can catch larger things. And I think that might have been an issue before with some of these samples that I was only catching the smaller critters. I mean, that could have kept me from catching a tardigrade. So, because tardigrades can get to be big enough to see with the naked eye, about 1 millimeter in length. I mean, barely with the naked eye, but yeah. But they get that big. But I'm kind of surprised that this sample isn't more full of life compared to the last one we saw. It's interesting. Both are man-made ponds. One is stocked with fish. The first one from last week, is stocked with fish. This one is not. This one's more of just a park with a lake in it. But still an interesting little critter. If anybody knows what this is, leave a comment. I don't know. I cannot place him. What's going on, Mr. Bacon? Happy birthday. What is this thing? For your birthday, you get to name this thing. I mean, you name all the things anyway. It's definitely not a rotifer. It is? It's another rotifer? Damn. How many different rotifers am I going to find? He kind of does look like one. Because, he's got the two little, like, things at the top that go kind of split apart. Rhonda rotifer. Rhonda's all alone in this drop of water with little tiny bits of food everywhere. She's trying to get out. She can't get out. It figures it would be a rotifer. I should just rename this channel Rotifer Party. It doesn't roll off the tongue as well as Worm Party. Not that Worm Party specifically rolls off the tongue. That's my wife texting me. That's the sound when my wife texts me. Sounds like Gradius. So the link that my wife just sent me is from the CanadianNaturePhotographer.com, Dr. Robert Burdan. I would show it on the screen, but my I can't get my browser to show on the screen for some reason. Anyway, I tried it earlier, didn't work. So maybe it's like a Canadian rotifer. It's a rotifer. It's definitely a rotifer. Looks very much like the Squatinella rostrum, rotifera. Two red eyes on the side of the head. I want to get in close and see if I can see that. Since yeah, there it is. There's an eye right there. See that red eye? And then there's one, yep, both sides of the head. There he is. It's a rotifer. He's got two little red eyes. It's not too often that you find. That's the thing about that's interesting to me about tardigrades is that they have little black eyes. These guys have little red eyes. And speaking of eyes, the things that we found in the other sample have one eye. So hopefully we'll get to look at one of those. It's going to be tricky though, because I had a hard time catching one. So that's a maybe. It's not a promise for looking at a one-eyed creature. And plus, he's about 10 times faster than this one. That's sort of the problem. This guy's kind of in slow mode right now. Rhonda the red-eyed rotifer. Going in circles. You're going to make me do figure eights on this thing now? It's hard enough tracking these things. Rhonda the red-eyed rotifer just swimming away in a drop of water on the microscope slide. Looking for food in all the wrong places. I didn't want to cut a copyright strike, so I just sang it really badly. I'm going to back out. Now he's starting to speed up. Rhonda's the only critter I've found in this drop. Oh, where'd you go, Rhonda? Lost you. Yep. Lost it. This is the pond again. See, you can tell it's kind of dirty. There's some junk in there. So I'm going to put another drop on from the same sample. And maybe I'll put on some beats. Don't do that. Don't ever drink the pond water, okay? Just saying. All right, I'm putting this slide. I put about 4 drops of water on here. Same sample. Gonna move up to the top of the drop. Blind myself. And we'll see what's in here. Some more floaty things. We're out on the first objective. Let me hide the little clock. A lot of little pieces of plant kind of floating around in here. So I expected more. There's a little itty bitty thing swimming. There's no way I'm going to try to get that. It's really small. I expect a lot more things, living things swimming around in here. But it's possible that we just pulled from the wrong area. Maybe I needed to get multiple areas of the pond itself. There's a couple really little tiny things swimming around in there. Fast, itty bitty things swimming. Those things are some of the hardest to discover under this method. I could try to look at some of those itty bitty little guys. on a flat slide, but eh, I'm trying to find bigger things actually. Worms, rotifers, tardigrades, bears, beets, Battlestar Galactica. Paul would probably drink the pond water. Maybe. And then Calvary would probably do it if you paid him 50 cents 20 years ago. But anyway. Yeah, there was a lot of duck poop around the pond, too. You had to be careful where you tread. Lots of duck poop. And the ducks obviously are fed by people a lot because they come right up to you, and then when they discover you have no food, they're like, bye, later. These ducks were a lot friendlier than the ducks at the first pond we went to last week. That pond, the ducks didn't want to have anything to do with us, which was, I guess, more natural. That's what you kind of expect. Even sleeping ducks, you walk past the sleeping ducks, they wake up and they go, "Oh, nope. People, we got to get out of here." And they just bail. They wake up and bail. There is nothing in here. I'm not seeing anything except for itty bitty little swimming guys. It looks somewhat like a universe, though. No, not a whole lot in here. Huh. Well, I was happy to find Rhonda the rotifer. We got some interesting shots of her. We'll have to go back and take a look at that myself on a big screen later on. That should be interesting. So I hope you guys liked that. That was pretty cool. But this drop was completely empty. No fun. Oh, there's the pond again. Let me turn it off. Ha. So yeah, that was empty. But you never know what you're gonna find. Oh, thank you, couple of kooks. Yeah, we're hoping to find some lichens, and part of the problem is that there really are not a lot of lichens around here in this area. And in fact, there's a website that shows you a map of likely lichen areas. Likely lichens. That's the name of my next band. And the closest area to us is about, hey, oh, it's Sarah. Hi. We are bringing in all of the call groves. I forget what I was saying. Thank you for joining the worm party. So anyway, last week we went to a pond and got some water, and I've just left this sample sitting around. What up? And I looked at it yesterday, and I'm looking at it through the light, and I'm like, what? I see some little jumpy things jumping around in here. Are those sea monkeys? They look like sea monkeys from the naked eye. But we looked at one under the microscope briefly. It was very difficult to catch. It took me about 5 tries, and I finally got one. And then I looked at it on a depression slide, and had to try to chase it around because it's fast. It's big and it's fast. So what I'd really like to do is try to catch one of these, put it on a flat slide with cover slip, and see if we can catch him. The problem with that is I only got one drop. That's it. So what I'm going to do is see if I can catch one in the dropper. And if I can get him down to the bottom of the dropper and then drop him onto a flat slide, which I had one right over here, and see if I can catch him, and we'll take a look at him. So a little bit of backstory on the microscope thing. My wife wanted a microscope for Christmas, so we did some research, and I picked out a microscope, and I bought her a microscope. She set it up. She looked at some blood and stuff, and we were like, "Hey, we could look at we can find tardigrades, blah blah blah." And then, we just started streaming, and now I use the microscope more than she uses it. But hey, she helps me, get the samples, and she helps me QC the streams and all of that good stuff. So, and identify the critters as I'm trying to scratch in my head, looking at these things, trying to figure it out. So, so yeah, this is what we're doing right now. I don't know if anybody wants to watch Worm Party, but there's some bonuses to watching this channel. I mean, you don't only get to check out some these little critters with us and maybe discover a water bear with us, but you also get to listen to the jams. Worm Party jams. If you want to buy I bought myamscope.com is the biggest website there is for microscopes. They pretty much have the monopoly on it. And there's a lot of different ranges of price and everything. I actually spent more on the camera than I did on the microscope, to be honest, because just a little bit. Because the cameras get kind of pricey too. You can also use your own camera. Excuse me here, I'm just looking for my box of slides. Oh, there it is. All right, brand new slide. Flat slide. I'm going to try to catch one of these little guys. Get some coffee. You got to look at them through the light here. They're really tiny. There's one sort of by the top here. Did I get you? No. I did not catch him. No. And now they've all gone to the bottom because I've kind of pushed the water around. And they are really good at deflecting the suction from the dropper as well. They just jump away. They just kick away. Okay, I think I got one. It's kind of a smaller one. I really can't tell. Yeah, I guess not. It looked like I had gotten one. Yep, it's really difficult. I'll play the beats. I got one. So I'm gonna attempt to actually put more than one cover slip on the slide to maximize. I put 3 areas here to sort of maximize the space. Okay. I don't know if he's in here or not. I think I caught him. Uh, I used a. The only way you could really see it is I actually used the test tube, the water in the test tube, as a magnifier. So what I did was I just kept trying to holding the dropper up to the light to see if I could, find him. This is gonna be difficult. So I'm not really sure if there's a critter in here or not, but let's take a look and see. So I'm gonna come over here. No, those are just bubbles. Actually, I think he might be over here. Ooh, there's something. I don't know what that is. Maybe not. It almost looked like a water bear, to tell you the truth. Like a water bear that's not doing anything. But nah, I don't think it is. I do not see anything. Let's see. I'm going to take a look at the slide itself because these guys can be seen with the naked eye, the guy I'm looking for. Yeah, nope, I didn't get him. So I'm going to try again. I did not find him. So we're going to. Yeah, the reason why this channel is called Worm Party is because worms are the first thing we found. And, well, also because we weren't sure when we first found rotifers. They move around like inchworms, some of them. So we kind of we thought they were worms, I guess. Your butt joke. Oh, also, yeah, I'm using a streaming service to do multiple platforms. So YouTube has an AI that blocks comments automatically. So if I'm not properly moderating my own stream, there are several comments that may not get through unless I see them and allow them to come through. Like you had I don't know why that one was. Certain comments is just YouTube just decides that they don't want to show it. I see everything. I didn't see the butt joke though because I guess I just missed it. But my attention was focused on these guys. But yeah, I'm in. Oh, Hi, Jennifer. I am in YouTube now on my phone here, so I can see you guys talking, chatting in the chat room. So if you make a comment, hopefully I will see it. If you make a comment that YouTube blocks, I will see it and I will allow it, um, most likely, because yeah, they like to block the strangest comments. 18,000 insurance claims on YouTube? I don't understand. I would imagine there's lots of insurance claims on YouTube. I don't know. There's like all kinds of lawyers and stuff on YouTube now. That's cool. They're on Twitch too. Worms in pond water. I'm not really looking for worms, but it's worm party. So we usually find them, and you know, if we do find worms dancing around having a party, I will put the graphic on the screen and play the beats. But actually, I haven't found any worms lately. I know where I can find them though. I can just go outside and dig up some dirt, and there's worms. So yeah. So I'm gonna try again to find one of these little critters that are swimming around in here. You can't see them, most likely, but they're in there. I can totally big boom outside. People doing fireworks. I don't know. I can totally see the little guys. They look like sea monkeys to me, but they are not sea monkeys because I was able to catch one last night. We saw it briefly. It's just very fast. These guys are very resilient to the dropper. They're like not affected by the suction at all. It doesn't phase them. But like I said, if I do catch one in the dropper, I can use the test tube itself as a magnifier against the light. But boy, that is tough. Okay, let's try again. They run away from the dropper. Now they're all on the bottom of the test tube. Okay, I may have gotten one. Let me see if I can figure out if I've got one or not. Yeah, I think I might have one. I really don't know. Oh, what happened? Where'd I go? Did I go away? Did I go down here? I can disappear. Oh no, I lost my lid. I've misplaced the lid. Oh, there it is. I found it. I really don't know if this is going to work. I hope it is entertaining. Um I try to, add some bells and whistles and things and oh, I forgot I always forget about this thing over here too. I've got this thing I can fly in. Oh, look, there's the time. All right, I'm putting this slide up here on the stage. I think I found one. I think I got a critter. I think I got him sandwiched on a flat slide under a cover slip in some water, but I'm not sure. But let's take a look. Turning off the clock, and we're going to go back into the microscope view. And we're going to scroll over here and see if we see anything. What's this guy? What is that? Anything? Oh, no, just like a dead something or piece of plant. Okay, never mind. I'm going to keep moving. I thought I saw a thing. I thought I saw a thing. Was that the thing I saw? It was right around in here. Oh, that's just a bubble. Okay. That's a bubble. That's like a hair or something. Okay. What's that? A bubble? It's bubbles. Bubbles everywhere. Okay, so I caught some bubbles. I'm telling you, these little guys are so fast and hard to find, or hard to catch, rather. You can see them, but they do not. They are resilient against getting sucked up into the little dropper. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try one more time here and see if I can get it going. Because I really want to take a look at these guys a little bit closer, and if I can get them on the flat slide, that means I can go up to the third objective and look at them at like 1,000 times. So that is the goal. I hope Travis is watching too. And if you enjoy this content, please like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends on social media. Tell them Worm Party sent you. Tell them about this crazy channel where there's this crazy dude trying to look for tardigrades and playing the keyboards and doing the beats, 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 beats. Every time I try to catch these guys, they just jump around. They jump away from the mouth of the dropper. They're like strong. Oh, wait. Oh, I think I definitely got one this time. Yeah, I don't even need to use the magnifying thing to see him. He's trying to. Now he's swimming up and away from the mouth of the dropper. I just need to keep him in there, get him close to the bottom. Putting some drops on the slide here. Hopefully he's in one of them. Let's see. Did I get him? Oh, he's still in the dropper. Yeah, I can definitely see this one. He's in the dropper. I'm going to lit up the sample and put it away. Got to clean off the slide. Okay, where are you, little guy? He's in. I know he's in here. I saw you. I'm going to put the slide underneath the dropper. Where'd you go? Oh, there he is. So hard to see. He's in there. Where are you? Damn. It's I thought I saw him in there, but now I don't see him. Oh, yep, there he is. Okay. He's trying to stay away from the I see what he's doing. He's going down the bottom every time. All right, so I just put like 5 drops of water on the slide, and I'm checking the dropper to see if I can see him in there or not. And I think he's still in there. Yep, just like a process of elimination. I just get rid of more water, and he stays in the dropper. All right, he basically has to be somewhere. Yep, he's on this slide. If I'm correct, I got one. So now I just need to get him under a cover slip. Let's see if we can take a look at him. There we go. Slides in place. I know. The anticipation. Here we go. Now you should still have the ability to swim around in here. Let me see if I can spot him. There he is. Macrocyclops. He got one eye. That's what I was trying to catch right there. He got one red eye right in front. I thought he was a shrimp at first, you know. I thought these were little shrimps. I thought they were sea monkeys. Macrocyclops. Since he's staying in one place. Oh, damn you. You had to move right when I said that, didn't you? But I am going to go into the second objective and see if we can see him a little closer here. Oh, where'd you go? There he is. His little red eye. Drink a lot of pond water, Adam? I mean, I don't know. These guys probably could end up in your tap, I guess. These little, they got little hairs. He's almost got feet, but then he's got that tail. See that? He's almost got feet. He can crawl around on the glass. Just a thin layer of water that he's got. Actually, he's about the edge of the cover slip there. He's trying to get away. It's kind of like a water flea, but not. He almost looks like he has gears, but they're not gears. They're like hairs, I guess. Little cilias. Oh, where'd you go? Oh, I lost him. All right. I'll find you again. I mean, this guy, I can actually, if I lose him here into the microscope, I can. Oh, he might have gotten out of under the cover slip. So you can see the edge of the cover slip right there. But like I said, I can actually look and see him with the naked eye. Well, maybe I can't. I think he got away. Yeah, I think he swam out the edge of the drop. Yeah, he totally got away. He, because the water, there's a little too much water in there, and I think he got out the edge. But I got a little bit of footage of him there. It's pretty cool. Got that one red eye, those little tentacle things. Yeah, very difficult to get. Let me see. I'm gonna take another look here. Oh, he's there. Yeah, he's right outside the edge of the cover slip. I see you. You're there. Oh, now he's outside the cover slip, and the drop is going to be way too difficult to get. But yeah, pretty interesting. So, yep, he will be. He will be soon. Uh, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Worm Party. Please like, share, subscribe. Tell all your friends about the Worm Party. We stream 1 to 2 times a week. We are looking for pond water, moss, lichens, anything that might house tardigrades. Lichens are hard to get around in my area, but I have a couple ideas because they do grow on some old fences and things like that instead of trees. So I'm going to do that. But if you guys have any lichens in your area, you can send them to me. If this channel actually gets takes off or anything, we may open a PO box and have people send us some samples. But lichens are basically kind of dry, so you could just put them in an envelope and send them to me, and we'll put them in water and soak them for a few hours, and then look at some samples under the microscope and see if we can find water bears. But you know, for now, we're just going to keep looking around town, around wherever we go. We're going to be going on vacation next month, so hopefully we'll find some new samples out there. Going to be going out to the Palm Springs area where I know there's a waterfall, so there could be some water bears out there. So, got to put my headphones on so I can hear myself. That's kind of cool. Thanks again for joining us on the Worm Party. Happy birthday, Adam. Birthday cider, yeah. Worm Party. You should make some banana cider or